everybody, welcome back to another episode. This is lesson 7, painting a witch, and I'm starting with the sketch as usual using my Blackwing 602 pencils, and I usually kind of hold it like this when I'm just sketching it out, and it just makes more fluid movements and stuff. I'm not really moving my wrist as much as I am my whole arm, because you can see my hand is kind of stationary and I'm just moving my whole arm, but it just makes it flow better and it's easier. Then when I start doing the details, I'll use the regular tripod grip, they call it, like if you're writing and stuff. But I figured start doing some Halloween characters now and get them down before the season comes, because come September, probably the middle of September, some of you guys will be doing the Halloween stuff. This video is long, it's 50 minutes. I've been trying to make them slow, but I mean make them shorter and speed up some of the footage. But I think this part, the pencil stuff, I'm doing in real time, but then when I start painting it, I do try to speed it up slightly. So, but this is kind of going to be a sort of a Scooby-Doo looking witch. It's not like a totally, cartoony, bubble-eyed, like the Garfield eyes, the big eyes. It won't be a witch like that, because I do those kind of witches too, like really corny, fun witches, but this one's going to be more kind of like a witch you'd see in a Scooby-Doo cartoon, or maybe a Hanna-Barbera cartoon possibly. Anyway, I'm just sketching out the hat, and I usually don't give her a full set of teeth. But I did forget to do one thing. I forgot to put a wart on her nose. I usually do that with some hairs coming out of the wart, but I forgot to do that this time, so maybe next time. But anyway, yeah, these videos today. I actually started early this time, because last week it was kind of getting down to the last minute before I was able to finish the video up in time for Sunday. But this one today, it's Wednesday, and I'm trying to get a jump on it. So I went ahead and I started early this morning, shot the video, shot the sketch, shot the painting, and been editing it all day. It's about 9 o'clock now, 9 o'clock at night, and now I'm doing the voiceover narration for it. So now you can see I'm going in, and I've got I'm holding the pencil. Like there, you can get more details and stuff. So I have I start with the rough sketch, kind of laying it out, and now I'm going in and kind of adding some details and stuff. It's really weird how the camera moves, because it's actually not physically moving, but when I move, the camera like kind of follows me. It's like weird. So now you can see I changed my position on my hand, because I'm just doing more roughing in and stuff, not details. It makes it faster, and it speeds it up. And that's kind of almost both. I'm doing it like both styles. She's coming along, but I think I made it look too much like a man. Maybe because the chin's too big or something, and the neck is too wide and the jaw's too wide or something. Kind of looks like a dude. Doesn't look like a witch, a female character. And here I'm working on her hand. Her hand's going to be up kind of like this, pointing up. How would that go? Like that. And I'm going to have magic on top of her hand. Like magic coming off her hand, like she's pointing and magic's coming off. But yeah, this is a 50-minute video. But when I'm painting it, because this one's got a lot of detail, just like last week's when I did the tree one. This one has a lot of detail too, a lot of lines, and it just takes time. If you know, I want to, like, this video is cool though because I get really close in too when I'm painting. You'll see, and you can really see what I'm doing. I'm mixing the paint. I'm showing you the brushes and how I mix the paint and everything, including any mistakes I make along the way. So we're getting closer now. And then the camera was a little off. It should have been, the camera should have been lower so I could see more of the picture. So I miss out on the shoulders and stuff. But when I paint it, I get all that in there, so no worries. I should have had a little hairs coming off her chin too. In my Halloween sketchbook, I have tons of witches, all different types. So now I'm going back in with holding the pencil that way to, you know, make some more construction lines. Anyway, that's about it. It was a pretty quick sketch. It's so off. Oh, here I'm moving it. Now you can kind of see it. So here we go. I got the last week's cleaned off, ready to paint. So this time I'm just using I'm gonna just paint it with the 2-inch foam brush, and that's my paint, the Valspar I got from Lowe's. Not really into Valspar too much. If you buy the Ultra, like I bought some yellow because I use mostly white and yellow. If you buy the Ultra, it's a little more expensive, but it covers a little bit better. So here though, the hat, I don't really paint it in. That's why I put that X there. I'm just gonna leave it because I'm gonna be painting all that black. So I sped this up slightly. So even though I sped it up, it's still a 50-minute video, so I gotta figure out what I'm doing. I want to try and keep them down, but at the same time I want to show you everything I'm doing, you know, every single thing. So it really is almost kind of like in real time because I shoot everything I'm doing pretty much. Sometimes I don't, like, so her left eye I want to make it kind of more round and like, and then the other eye is like, you know, kind of squinty a little bit. And then here I did make her chin shorter than in the drawing. It makes it look more like a female. Now I'm working on the hand. I'm always posing and like I'm trying to get the position of the hand. So this is sped up 1.270, like 1 1/4 times or something. So it's not even 1 1/2 times. It's like 1 1/4 times sped up. So I do these pretty quick anyways, you know. But so here I'm basically sketching on the window. I use the white paint to sketch with. I'm getting the fingers down, and then the pointing finger I exaggerated. I make it even bigger because I want that. I want the thumb and the pointing finger to sort of be like the, you know, what grabs their attention. But yeah, I make the pointing finger a little bit fatter and taller. I'm getting a new airbrush, so I may be doing some airbrushing next week, which will probably make the video really long again. But hey, it's free. You know, free 50-minute lesson on how to sketch and paint a witch. Can't beat that. Then I just go in with the 4-inch roller again. And the white seems okay. It doesn't pick up the color underneath or anything. So it seems fine. But I don't have to paint the hat or anything. I'm just gonna... Sometimes I'll paint things that are black. I'll paint the white anyway, but in this case I didn't. And then when you're going over it like that, you go really lightly at the end and it'll make it thinner and more smooth. You know, the paint will be more even. Like you can see on her face, it's pretty even for that kind of paint. Then this black I got, it's a sample. I got that from Lowe's, and it was like $1.25 or something. But I used a 2-inch foam. But when I started painting it, I was like, what the hell? It was so thin and so bad. It was really bad. Yeah, it's like, use Sherwin-Williams. You know, they have peppercorn black and get interior eggshell. It's the Promar 200. You know, if you can get a hold of that, that black is fantastic. This black was really crappy. Maybe because it was a sample paint, I don't know. But look how thin it is. I mean, it's super thin. But fortunately, when I did the second coat, it looks fine. It's no big deal. So you can use it, you know, you can use Valspar. Like I said, it's not my favorite, but where I live, I'm about 60 miles from Reno, where there's a Home Depot. So in the next town over, Fernley, is 30 miles, so we go to the Lowe's there. It's not my favorite store. So I'm just filling all the black in. A lot of black on the witch. But yeah, you can see how thin it is. And like I said, this is slightly sped up. But these videos too, it gives me opportunity, and I've said this before, to really take my time, and like when I'm doing the shading and the outlining and stuff, it's like I'm really slowing down. Like on a window, I would probably do this particular character twice as fast, because you know, oh, here I'm tearing off the old paint on the razor. But yeah, I would do a window like that twice as fast. So here's another mist tint, $1.25, and I figured this would be perfect. I wanted a soft green gray color. I didn't want a bright green. I've done bright green witches, you've seen them before, but this time, like I said, I'm doing kind of a semi, I wouldn't say realistic, but more kind of Hanna-Barbera-esque or Scooby-Doo. So I wanted the color to be more, not so super bright, super saturated. And then this, with this color, it has a lot of white in it, so I'm kind of going slow, and I mean it's sped up a little, but I'm kind of going a little bit slower, and I'm you know, putting it on thick, so I don't have to do a second coat. And I didn't have to do one, but you can see her left eye is like, you know, it's all open, and the other one's like squinting. Looks like Freddy Krueger, kind of. And I can definitely see the lines underneath. You can't really see it in the video, but I can see them while I'm painting it. So how soon do you guys start painting windows anyway for Halloween? I'm curious. I usually start sometimes as early as a week before October, but definitely October 1st, start doing Halloween windows. Now I'm doing the hand. And this is my GoPro. I've been using my GoPro to videotape, and also my camera phone, my phone camera. It takes really good pictures. Like that's a picture I took with the phone. You can see my GoPro hanging off the ladder. So I got that part done. So now I'm going in, I'm gonna make I took the color, took some black, I took a little bit of blue, and now I'm gonna mix it together. And I kind of, I'm not sure which brush. I think this is the MAC 258 brush. It's a tiny brush, but it's really good for laying in like outlining and also laying in like shadows and highlights. And I do add a lot of water. It's really hot out, and this, you know, the local colors I just use straight with a foam brush to fill in the colors. But for the I did want to add a little bit of green. So, but I've painted witches that color too, like that bright green. You know, you can do that. You can do all kinds of colors. But I had that mist tint, so I thought that'd be cool to just use that. So now it's kind of too greeny, so I pour some of the local color in because I want to tone it down. I don't want it too much. That's an art in itself, trying to get the colors right, you know, trying to, you know, make sure the color you use is going to be a good shadow and a good highlight. You'll see when I do the highlights, I have a lot of problems with that time. I kept adding white, kept adding white. So this time I take the GoPro and I'm just holding it in my other hand, so it's kind of tricky. So I got the GoPro on a extension, and it kind of. But this color is great because it'll dry even a little bit darker, but it looks just good. So kind of feel out where the line's going to be. Kind of looks like my nose, a caricature of my nose. All my characters are me. Yeah, this is the MAC 258 brush. It's really cool. It's really a nice brush. And the MAC 162, they are incredible for doing big, thick and thin outlines and stuff. You'll see later when I do the half. But yeah, I'm trying to get in close. I want you guys to see. I'm trying to figure out how to make it look like you're actually there with me. You know, the perspective is that you're looking at it and you're painting it, and you can see how I do the lines, and I go back like that when I went back and kind of beefed it up. I'm trying to figure out a way to get some good shots and keep my hand out of the way, because later on again my hand gets in front of the camera. You can't see what I'm doing, but this works pretty good, holding the GoPro in one hand and then going back in. And this is just to get another perspective of it. I went ahead and took the GoPro and put it on the ladder. It is challenging holding it and painting it at the same time, because when I'm doing that rhythmic, it's like a rhythmic dance almost. So you got this camera there and it's kind of like but I can pull it off for a little while. The only thing about the GoPro is it does distort things, like, but still you get the idea of what I'm doing. I may have put too many lines on this, like the tree I did. Man, I just loaded it up with lines, and I might have got a little carried away. But I just love pulling those kind of lines. Just, I don't know what happened to the mouth. I kind of messed it up a little, the perspective of it. But it still works. It reads. You know, it's fine. So yeah, it's Wednesday night. This will come out Sunday. When you see it, it'll be Sunday. but I got a early jump on it. Yesterday I had to go to Reno, and we've got some countertops at Home Depot. We're helping Laura, Audrey's sister, redo her kitchen. Here I trim the neck because I don't like it. It looks like a turtle or something. So I kind of come up and trim a little. Take some of that off. Yeah, you guys let me know if these videos are just too long, and I will try and speed them up or figure out a way to condense them. I know some of you, some of my diehard fans, you guys don't care. You love it all. You sit there and watch them like you're watching what is it, Game of Thrones? Or it's like you're watching a series, binging on Scott Campbell. I know some of you have told me that you do that. And those people don't care how long it is. I mean, my longest video is like an hour and 10 minutes, so it's like, I think it's like 70 minutes. But these ones, I'm just trying to make them really instructional, close-up view. And like I said, I sped this up a little. If I hadn't sped this up, it would have been well over an hour. But yeah, it's been kind of a long day. I usually take 2 days to do these, but I'm just going for it. Really hot today too. It was like, I think it was like 97 here today in Fallon. Maybe like 95 in Reno. Sometimes I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just like doing the lines and doing whatever and hope they look good. Here I'm trimming up the hand. You know, when I'm painting the window, it seems so small to me, but when I see it in this perspective, it's like my hand, that hand is like 4 times bigger than my hand. I really like how this hand came out, the fingers and everything. I think it's pretty cool. Oh man, I'm tired. Sorry. Who's in there? I want to do a video on hands too. Any of you guys out there like to see a video on hands, like how to paint hands? And just do all different kinds. So yeah, this is more, like I said, Scooby-Doo. That thumb might have been a little too big. But it's alright, it still reads. And even though I give her black fingernails, I go ahead and paint them in green anyway, just to kind of fill it out and see where they are. If you guys want to send pictures to me, you can send it to Scott Campbell at Comcast.net. And sometimes I make videos of subscribers' art. I've actually made probably about 20 of them. It's kind of fun to see what people are doing. It's really fun when people copy me. People like, you know, overseas and different countries, and Australia and Greece and the Netherlands and Ireland. It's fun. I feel like I'm having an effect on people and the world. Yeah, this brush works pretty good. I use some other brushes in the process too. I think at one point I go to that AJ1 Alan Johnson signature brush. It's like really fine. So now I'm going to do the highlight. And I kind of screwed up because I started with too much of the green. And I just kept adding white and white, more white. And it's not like I have tons of white. I only got a quart, so I don't want to waste it, but still. I think I did that last week too. I was painting it and the highlight was too dark. I mean, that seems like light enough, but it wasn't. Because again, this color's dry darker. So have you guys ever done like airbrush on windows? I've done it on a few windows. And I would just plug in my my little compressor. I bought a really good compressor a while back from California Air Tools. I think it was like maybe $130. It's quiet and it's more powerful than the regular little airbrush. So this is the Valspar Ultra, and it's a little bit better than just the standard Valspar paint. They have even more higher priced ones too. The more you pay, the better the paint. So here I'm using the GoPro in my hand again, and I'm just kind of like that one got a kind of a rough start. There's like a little dot, and I'm not happy, so I'm adding more white. Add more paint, spray, spray, spray. It's kind of like a balancing act. And it takes me longer because I got to reach down there and with the camera, but I think it's worth it because you can see it. I want you guys to see it. I want you to be able to, like, let me know what you think about that. I think it's cool because you can really see me working the brush. And I think it's worth it just to speed up the video as far as time, but not too fast so you can't tell what I'm doing. So yeah, tonight I'll do the narration, and I'll put it on the timeline of the video, and then do a couple other things, and then I'll upload the video to my computer, and then I'll release it on Sunday. And this is the AJ1. This is the Alan Johnson signature brush. I got this from the Mac Brush Company too. But yeah, it's finer. You get like little tiny lines. But yeah, typically I wouldn't do this on a splash, like a commercial splash. I have a couple times before, but I just keep it simple because people are going to see it from the road. You know, they might not see all this detail, but because I'm teaching, I might as well go for it. Oh, I took some of that and I poured it into the flesh tone, and oh, this got messed up when I was mixing the paint. I got some on the lens, so that's why I sped this up so fast, because you can't see it that good. But I totally screwed up. So luckily I noticed it and I wiped it off, because it would have been really disastrous if the whole rest of the video was like this. I would have been like, ah. So that's why you can't see it that well. It looks like you're in a fog, because I got paint on the lens. But you can kind of see what I'm up to still. So I wiped it off. This is the rose color. I use it for the eyeballs, and that was the highlight for it. This is the Flying Squirrel brush, or the High Flyer they call it. It's a Flying Squirrel brush company. I can tell by that red tip. And I think that's, I don't know, number 8. I get confused what number is what. And that was a mist tint too. I got that from Lowe's also. But yeah, if you're gonna get black, get the peppercorn black. This is the MAC 162. These brushes are incredible. I mean, MAC 162 Golden Taklon 3/4 inch. And it comes in 4 sizes. I think it's a 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, or no, 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, and an inch, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Really great for lettering too. They're really good lettering brushes. You can also use light purple. Looks really cool, like on when you're highlighting black, but it's basically like an outline. But then where there's more highlights, I can do this kind of action where I make a bunch of lines, and it makes it feel like, it gives it like form, like it's turning. I mean, I don't usually do all that. But hell, I'm retired. I can't do it. I can afford to do whatever I want. Nobody's paying me for this. Well, actually, I do make some money on YouTube, but not much. I think I'm up to $65 a month. And I do make money on Patreon too, but I just sent out my new ebook to my top tier patrons. They get all my books free, and they get sketches and some exclusive videos too. But it all comes from YouTube. That's where the source of it is, because that's where I get my subscribers, and I'm almost up to 7,000 subscribers. And I think by the holidays I'll have 1 million views. Be cool. Oh, it's so fun doing this. I love outlining black. It's just the freedom. And putting in those little wispy lines. Kind of like cross-hatching, but without the other line. So wherever the light's hitting, that's when I do the lines, you know, those lines that come around. So this is the highlight for the, it's like right under the pupil. All these fun little details. And you can notice on this one, you don't want the lines to touch, you want to just highlight it like that. I can't always see because it's so bright out. I'm trying to make sure the camera's on. That's so annoying when you're videotaping and you do something for 10 minutes and the camera's not on. So now I'm using blue. I think I slowed it down in real time. You can barely tell what I'm doing. See, if I was holding the GoPro next to it like I did on those other shots, then you'd be able to really see. But you can kind of still see here too. know which brush that is. I think that might be the MAC 258, I think. See, that's a close-up shot. You can really see what I'm doing. A lot of details on this week's and last week's splashes. But at least you get to see, you know, what I do when I have the time. Ooh. Let it flow, let it flow, let it flow. Yeah, it's kind of hard holding that camera, but it just looks good. See, I stopped holding it. I gave up on that and just made it stationary. But this way it kind of blocks the camera. Really what I should have is a helper, somebody to just put that camera right on my wrist and just follow me. That would be so cool, not to even worry about the videotaping, just let someone else do it. That would be awesome. See there, you can't really see what I'm doing. Only till after I do it. I'm always striving to figure out how to do that, but I really do like the holding it. But see, if I hold the camera, I can't hold the pot of, or the cup with the black in it, so I've got to go down and up and down and up, and it's farther. Maybe I could make like a little thing like with a suction cup that sits against the window or something, or maybe hangs down like over it, and it just hangs down and I can dip it in. But I'm always trying to figure out a better way so you guys can see. The black is so fun. Yeah, I'm going to be doing a lot of Halloween characters, lots and lots. And at some point I want to do like a cartoony zombie, but I also want to do like a kind of realistic one too, a creepy. I want to do a creepy clown too. I've done them before, but in this format you guys can see what I'm doing. Yeah, the mouth is kind of weird, the perspective of the top lip. I kind of screwed it up. The original sketch on the window looks good, the perspective's right, but sometimes in the process of doing things and painting things, things get messed up. But I still like it. I like how it came out. I think it's fun. That spot there, it's kind of weird. Maybe part of it's the GoPro. I've had that camera. Here it is right here. It's kind of all taped together. It's beat up. The door doesn't close all the way. But I've had this for like 3 years. It's the Hero 3 Plus, but it works pretty good. Still works good. And I have an Akaso, which is kind of a GoPro ripoff, and I think it's over here. This was like $70 or something, and it works pretty good too. The quality's not as good, but it comes in handy too. And then I have my camcorder, But I don't use the camcorder as much because over here on the side of the house the lighting is odd. You remember the first few videos I made, I kind of complained about that. I think I'm going to put my glasses on because I can't. I want to see a little bit of what I'm doing here. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. Yeah, I just love pulling those black lines. People ask me if I ever done, what is it called? Pinstriping? I don't think I could do that. I mean, it would take me time to learn for sure. But I definitely have a head start over someone who's just, starting from scratch, who's never done any kind of line work. But still, it's a skill that requires. I think my main problem is I'm so right-brained and my head is so skewed. Like when I draw and stuff, my brain makes things look different on one side and the other. And doing pinstriping is like, oh man, it's like so even on both sides. I don't know how they do it. Sometimes I get lazy, like I should have switched to a different brush to paint the inside of the mouth, a little bit bigger brush like the MAC 1/4 inch brush, the MAC 162 1/4 inch brush. But I'm still using this little one because I get lazy. I don't want to stop. I don't know what the thing on that chin is. It looks like a big pimple or a bump. Let's just call that the wart. Sometimes I make the witch's eyes more yellow or the teeth yellow too with like brown shadows, and it makes it look like rotten teeth kind of. It's definitely got a witch look though. It looks like Jay Leno witch. That GoPro just distorts it. That's a pretty good angle though. I mean, as far as you can kind of see what I'm doing. And the camera is stationary. Have you noticed all the characters do look like me? This one definitely. I kind of didn't know what I was doing in here, and I end up later on just filling in a lot of that with the black. I think I put too much blue on the hair too. Where the blue lines are thick on the hair, it's supposed to be like the highlights, but I think I did it a little bit too much. So this will be my 7th video. Wow. I think I've been here 3 months now. Sometimes I'm curious about Portland, like, what people are doing. I didn't get a chance to tell everybody I was leaving. And when Halloween comes, they're going to be like, let's call Scott and have him do our Halloween window again. It's like, So if you live in Portland, get out there. Go to my accounts. Maybe you can pick up some work. It looks like her teeth are missing on the bottom. Yeah, that thumb's a little bit too big. But you know, I learn every time. The little fingers came out really good though. I'm really happy with those. And I don't mind that the pointing finger is larger because that's I wanted to accentuate that so people would see it. Yeah, we had some people over today and I'm gonna be putting you guys to sleep. Exciting videos! We had some people over today and so I didn't want to be rude, some relatives and stuff. I was kind of in the middle of working on this, so I stopped and came in, but the problem is when it starts getting late in the day, it starts hitting noon, the sun comes over and it's just hot. I mean, it was 97 today. So I have to do this in the shade. But I want to, yeah, just get into the habit of getting out there early, like as early as 7:30 in the morning would be good. Sometimes I go back and I beef up the lines like around certain areas, like here I'm doing it with the fingers and the hand. Yeah, I really like those fingers. Not so much the thumb. The thumb looks like as big as, almost as big as all three fingers put together. And that's fine if you're doing a super basic cartooning kind of thing, but I was trying to make it, you know, semi-believable or realistic. But I do like the big finger though. The oversized finger, I think it's fine. It's nice. My grandson Keone's been here for 2.5 months. I'm not really sure how long he's been here. All summer though. He ended up staying all summer, but he's going back. Sunday, the day that this comes out, he'll be heading back. My son Kaliki is gonna drive back to Portland. So I don't have to make the long trip, which is nice. It's quite a drive, 600 and something miles. I hope you guys are digging these videos because I like making them. And I like doing creative stuff, and I can't wait to do some airbrush. I'm gonna do some scary airbrush stuff. Someone was asking about clearing, like, oh, the window's washing off and stuff. Well, you can spray it with this. And that's an oil base just out of a rattle can. Spray it like that, and then you can trim around it, or if you use a roller, you can just roll over it too. And this is that golden high flow acrylic. I think you could roll over it, like cell vinyl. When you rolled over it, it would pick it up. But this paint, the black I use, is just incredible paint. Not the sample black or the peppercorn black. That's good for local colors, but for details, the golden high flow acrylic black, carbon black. Anyway, she's all done. And I got a little magic going on too on the hat and everything. And the beady eyes. See the resemblance? The resemblance. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.